So what is up, guys? You got your boy Stingren here today, and whoa, would you look at that? This is not a mobile video here today, but we are here today to do some Granblue Fantasy off our PS5. I know, it's been crazy. I've had a crazy week, and I will probably talk about this in an update video I'm going to be posting fairly soon. But yeah, I'm going to be doing builds now for Granblue Fantasy Relink, and the big reason why is because I love this game. I thought about doing a review like how I used to back on when I used to do them, but this game is definitely peak. Like it's so much fun. It's definitely has its highs, its lows, but it's been a lot of highs and a very little amount of lows for me. I've been having a super fun time with Granblue Fantasy Relink, but I know you guys aren't really here. You guys see the title of the video. This is going to be our first build video, and that is going to be for our girl Zeta. This is basically going to be a combo booster crit damage build where we capitalize off of her basically free ability to just keep doing combos for an extended period of time. She can really get into some really good cheap combos very quickly. She has combos in the air, combos into the land, and of course she has the whole high jump thing, which is effectively more combos. So I figured running combo booster her would be really fun. There is some things that I can definitely update, but I will talk about that in the video. But anyway, let's go and talk about it in our build video. So let's talk about it. So first things first is our gear. So first things first is the weapon of choice, which is going to be the Proud Maniac of Dominant. Proud Maniac the Dominant, which is our extended weapon. Every character gets one of these. It's the main extended weapon of our choice. We don't have the Terminus weapon. If you are looking at this video and you're not sure what to put on Zeta, if you're kind of wanting to mimic this build, put on the Terminus weapon because it's actually a lot better. The main reason why the Terminus weapon is actually a bit better is not only for the fact that you get more cap up, which stacks on top of our normal cap up. It does have better attack overall, and the big reason why is because of the catastrophe skill, which is what I just mentioned about the cap up. One of the problems with this build is that we are hard locked by our cap up, which is a DPS's normal issue, is you're locked by your amount of cap up, which currently where we sit we have a pretty reasonable amount, but we do have potentially the max, which is 260, right? Plus any of our additionals from masteries and from the mastery board and everything. So we do have that. But with Catastrophe, that's an additional 100% cap up, I believe, for the Terminus weapon, which of course means you can put off more damage. It means you can hit harder in that respective way. So if you do have the Terminus weapon for Zeta, I will put that on. I just don't have it yet because I haven't gotten the drop for it, which is there. Anyway, let's talk about our sigils. First is going to be Crimson Cloud, which is her first unique one, which gives you boosted Everest flare damage, and it came with an attack up. So I said, why not? Not bad. Crimson Flight, this is probably the most replaceable because all this really does is extend your high jump timer, which basically makes it easier so you can loop your jumps. Basically, it makes it easier. Even with the easier timing, I still have a little bit of hard time kind of timing her jump. If you see in the gameplay, I kind of struggle here and there, but it's a little thing. But there's definitely a good timing there that you can get, kind of like a rheumatic thing. Anyway. Next up is going to be the main focus of our build, which is Combo Booster. Now, as I said before, she chains very well, and she can do the high jump, which technically counts as an effective combo. So anyway, let's go and talk about our subs. Now, our subs are really good. We have Guts and Potion Hoarder. Effectively, the max of both, which is really good. We have Guts, which gives us a 120% cooldown after we are knocked into 1 HP. So basically, we don't ever die. We don't die within the 2-second window, right? We get hit, we get knocked down to 1. If we can survive for 2 minutes, it gets reapplied, and then it means we don't die again. So again, really good for Proud, considering her HP is not very high. I thought about maybe finding maybe a sub with like Aegis on it or something, but yeah, but other than that, that's really just as far as our HP goes. If I could get some good subs maybe with like Aegis on it or something for extra HP, then maybe, because you know we are in dangerous territory when we look into Proud. But for the most part, with Zeta's good mobility and her good range of dodging, and the fact that she's in the air a lot of the time, she can definitely dodge a lot of the more dangerous on land attacks. But certain things like beams and projectiles, you know, you have to be a little bit more careful about, which is why Guts is definitely handy here. Next thing we have is Potion Hoarder. Potion Hoarder is insane. It's a very good sub to have on any of your recommended pieces because it gives you just an abundance of healing items, which is good. It gives you more of the green potion, the mega potion, revival potions, and the blue potions. So basically it allows you to, one, support your team more because you can spam more blue potions more effectively. You can keep yourself topped up, which is good, so that means you don't die as consistently. So there's that. Next up is Tyranny, which is our main source of damage application. Tyranny is here because it's probably one of the best things to get more raw attack out of expensive pure HP. If we didn't run Tyranny, we would have about 40k HP, which is pretty solid numbers, all things considered. But we're running 34k because we take the Tyranny, and of course he has regen and attack. Regen's pretty good because it means that we can just heal a little bit more consistently. It's only a little bit of regen, don't get too hype about it. Next up is crit rate. Crit rate is the whole source of the build. Again, we wanted max crit damage. So yeah, but since we're not running double crit damage, we can take out Crimson Flight for it. That's a thing that I wanted to recommend you right now. But anyway, crit rate with stamina. It gives you more damage because stamina gives you more attack up with the higher amount of your HP. So max HP, you get more damage just out of the gate. I tried running this with max stam actually. I'm taking it off like a Tyranny and running stam, but the extra attack stat really does help here. I thought it would be fine if you just stacked percentile attacks, but having that extra or extra stacking different ones, but having that extra from Tyranny is very good. So critical damage, again, we have steel nerves for damage reduction, which again prevents us from being one-shot by certain cases, but again, it's not like a full negate like outside of guts, of course. Anyway, we have our 4 damage cap ups with skills that are kind of eh. The only thing that's good is the drain effect, which again, if we get hit, we can effectively heal some damage without having to expend one of our potions. If we get hit for like a little bit of damage, we can just drain, heal it back with alongside the regen. We have Cascade, which helps with our cooldowns. Cooldowns are shaky at most. Zeta doesn't really worry too deeply about her cooldowns. Her skills are pretty free to spam, as long as you're not being reckless with them. So yeah, I think the only thing that really matters is one of the skills we use, which gives us supplementary damage boost, which is very good. But other than that, not really needed. And then Nimble Onslaught. As let's take up our totals. Sigil booster comes from the Ascended weapon, which gives you all your sigils an effective +1, which is good. We have attack boost maxed out. We are just a couple points over of attack boost HP, of course. Once we have everything leveled up with the damage caps, they'll be maxed out, getting us the 250 cap up instead of where we are now, which is 185, which is again very important. We have crit rate, which we only need to get to crit rate, I believe 34. I think crit rate 34. No, yeah, crit rate 34%. So level 30. We get level 30 crit rate, then we're kind of just in the ballpark for max crit rate. So don't really need to worry too much about that. Combo finisher, just extra bonus from one of our Wormstones. We have Guts, which again, very good to have for survivability, especially in Proud mode. We have Stamina, which gives 50% attack up, or 51 rather, at max HP. So again, we have critical damage. Again, if you really want to max that critical, you can just take out Crimson Flight and then put this on for the 50% instead of what we have currently, which is 29%. So effectively another 21% of boost, which is not bad. We have Tyranny. We have maxed out Tyranny, which will give us 50% attack up. We have Combo Booster, maxed out on that. We have Steel Nerves, which is just again, we'll be maxed out on that as well, but we have 50% damage mitigation. We have Nimble Defense, which gives us more defense if we dodge, which is again fine. We have Regen, just for extra HP and sustainability. We have Drain, again for more sustainability. We have Cascade, which gives us skill cooldown. Nimble Assault, as I said before. Potion Hoarder, very good. And then we have Crimson Cloud and Crimson Flight as our overall skills. Let's talk about our skills of choice. Our skills of choice is going to be the following. We're going to be using Scare of Avarice just to, one, be a good gap closer, also to trigger our high jump, so we can really just go into our high jump combos. That again triggers off of combo boosters, so it's definitely fine to run. Vengeful Flames will be the move that we use to grant supplementary damage, which of course gives you a 10% damage splash for every hit, which racks up very, very well, especially on some of the really thick bosses, especially when you're like Link Time or when you're getting ready to use your Skybound Art. Like, there's a really, really good instances of supplementary damage, which is why I really do love this build. Next up is going to be the Infinite Wonder. Now, a lot of people say you can probably step out Infinite Wonder, and I like it because you can inflict a various familiar on the hit, which is good because that means you don't have to worry about perfect timing your combo to manually inflict it off the combo finisher. So there's that. It just gives you that extra 20% damage up, which again is only up to me. It's only up to you if you feel like you need the extra boost. There are only a few instances where I feel like I need the boost. That's why I run it. But other than that, yeah. And then I have Wing Clipper. Wing Clipper is Probably the most replaceable move in this list I use. I would either use this or I'll use Reign of Fury sometimes if I want the extra attack down, or I would use Realm's Majesty to one, get a second affliction of Everest Flare, and also to have another way to get into our jump combo for having a parry and a counter. So that's really just it. I don't really use Styles and Flames all that much. It's also a considerable use option because it's burn damage, which is effectively more splash damage, especially when you combine it with someone who can do like poison or something. So it's really cool. But other than that, that's typically the build we go for here today. But if you want a full final look at our masteries, everything's maxed out. Offense, defense done. We don't have the Terminus weapon yet, so we're missing out on that. But our over masteries are as follows. This is basically what I wanted on my over mastery, but I would like to get Skybound Cap Up instead, which you can get here. You can get Skybound damage Cap Up. The perfect world is 20% off everything. So normal 10 Cap Up was 20%, critical hit rate was 20%, which will give us our 100%. Sky damage plus 20% again for more power, and then we have skill damage Kappa for another 20%, which of course gives us more Kappa. So that's the perfect world. I'll of course roll more when I get more mastery points, but I am focusing on building up a lot of my characters at the current moment, so I probably won't be building too much into it. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'm going to leave you guys with a gameplay video showing off everything there. Let me know if I missed out on anything. This is my first time doing this, but I just really wanted to share the build with you guys. I really wanted to share it with you guys and just show my enthusiasm because I really do love this game. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, by the way.
Were you holding back? Sorry, dear. I don't work well with friends. Keep up! One more! One more! One more! Cut them down! Yeah. I've got you covered. Understood. Let's not get too close. Infinite Wonder! Keep up! Now it's on. Come on, let's do this. Who's my next victim? Infinite Wonder! Oh yeah! Jump! One more! Let's do this! The honor's all mine. Way more where that came from. After all. Keep up! Keep up! Oh yeah! One more! Jump! Got him! Infinite Wonder! On my mark! Let's go, our best! Resolute strike! Siegfried!
On your mark.
Got him!
Only death away. Zeta!
It's over now. Catalina, understood! Shine as one! Providence Flare! Keep up! Hell yes, we
We
are!
fight as one.
Do it again! Keep up! Over! On me! In here!
Fitness power.
One more! Oh yeah! Keep up! One more!
Your end is done.
Oh yeah! Full thrust! Keep up! Jump! Here they come! Feel the flash pace!
Brave flight. Right.
One more! There's nothing there yet! Let's do this!
Don't get carried away.
Sorry to trouble you.
That was easy.
Not bad. You're all... Not bad. You're all mine. Well, not bad for a day's work.